baseball fans, and welcome. MLB the Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the New York Mets. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. About to get started here, and on the hill today, David Peterson. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
And he deals. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. The 0-2. Goes down looking. Now up next for Arizona, Geraldo Perdomo. And that curveball drops in there for a strike.
No ball, one strike.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Lunges for it, but can't make the catch.
Batting third, the second baseman, Ketel.
One gone, runner at first. Ketel Marte up to the plate.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
First offering, and it just misses. In the dirt, blocked. To second, but way too late, safe there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Man at second. That one called a strike, and it's 2-1.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Down the middle for a strike, and the count's even at 2.
Hitter's got some good opposite field.
Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. Collectively, they're swinging the bats really well right now, Chris, scoring a lot of runs.
Indeed, it seems to be contagious right now. Top to bottom of this lineup, they just seem to be feeding off of one another. One thing I watched in their batting practice is, although they've been scoring a lot of runs lately, they're still paying attention to the details. A lot of balls back up the middle the other way, and that's really the building block for great offensive production.
Eugenio Suarez in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Cracks his bat and pops him up. And that is that. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. On to the bottom of the first. No score. Back here with my pal Singy. And getting to start, Eduardo Rodriquez. What do we have on him?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball, he's going to go out there and give it his best.
We go to the bottom of the first. Here's the
the
shortstop at the plate, Francisco Lindor. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time. Little chopper rolls foul. And the 0-2. That's hard hit on the line. He's there. He's got it. And there's one down. Let's take a look at our lineup. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Francisco Lindor.
He's near the top of the league in RBIs, and he's become a guy that they can count on to come through in big spots, and he has not disappointed. Man, pretty impressive. Top 5 in RBI in the National League.
Here's Juan Soto. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
To the right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Still able to get it there in time. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2. Well, they are going to challenge the call, and so now the decision will be made by the umpires at the replay center back in New York. Here's one more look, Singy. You think they're going to overturn it? I kind of do.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance as well. I mean, the more I look at these different angles, the more I'm becoming convinced that he actually beat the throw. So it's turning out to be a pretty good challenge.
The decision's been made, and he's safe. So they overturn the call, and they get it right by taking a chance with a challenge. Here's Pete Alonso, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Soto over at first with 1 away. Ripped, but it curls foul. Swing and a bouncer. Off balance feed, there's one. But no throw to first as he'll hold on to it.
Good that they weren't overzealous there. Just take the shirt out, keep the runner out of scoring position.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. And that one lifted in the air center field. Grichuk. And the inning is over. Mets strand 1, scoreless after 1. Back here at Citi Field, new inning getting started, and here's the veteran outfielder, Randall Grichuk. Peterson back to work. On the ground to third, and that's a fair ball.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And he can't come up with it. Still slings it to second. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And they come away without an out.
The catcher, number 14, Gabriel Moreno.
First and second, no outs. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Gabriel Moreno.
That's the ball.
This one in the dirt. No movement on the base. It's ball 1.
Yeah.
Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes he'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
The 1-1. And that one fouled off. Back foot slider struck him out.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
Josh Naylor in the box now. Takes strike one. Late swing, foul to the left.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
On the ground at first. Could be two. Lindor, that's one. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied, 0-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. Headed towards the corner. Carroll hustling after it. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. Brings it in with a nice running grab. One up, one down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. 4th on the National League RBI leaderboard. That one fouled off. Alvarez launched a homer in his most recent game. That one is absolutely belted. Ridgick going back on it. And that one is off the batter's eye. Wow, out of here. A solo shot. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Now, Jose Siri coming off a 4-hit effort in yesterday's game. That clips the zone, and that's strike one. Rodriquez, a 6'2" southpaw, 230 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. That to right. Carroll moves towards it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2-away now.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 1-0 ball game.
Look at me. I feel so powerful. Look at me.
Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Come on, 1 strike.
And there's a ball.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Out to short. Lindor. fires over to first. One up, one down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
This is Corbin Carroll. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Tap foul at the plate. Peterson winds and deals. And ball one. Swing and a miss. One out, base is empty. High fly ball, right field. Soto gets under it. He's got it, and there's two away.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
So digging in, Geraldo Perdomo. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
On the ground to short. Zips it across. Third out, and that ends the frame. And the Diamondbacks down in order. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Taylor.
Bats in there. 0-1.
No ball. One strike.
And a foul ball. Up the middle, Perdomo whips it to first on the run. Yeah. It's there, and that's a great play.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Here's Francisco Lindor. He's 0 for 1. Francisco Lindor at the plate. The Mets shortstop, originally drafted by Cleveland. And a guy with some serious power. This ball well hit, left center field, and that splits the gap. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory. Average going up, OBP. Everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
One out, runner at second. Now it's the right fielder, Juan Soto. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Hard hit, right side. They get the out on Soto.
Now batting, first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso up now for the Mets.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
And that one fouled off. 2 outs and a runner at third here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Mets lead 1, but they lead it 1-0. And we're back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Ketel Marte. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Makes the turn and heads for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a foul out of play. Runner at second, nobody out. And he takes one right on the black. And the count is 0-2. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Dives and he can't hang on. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
First and second, no outs. Grichuk getting ready to hit, and a strike on the outside edge.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
On the ground to first, could be 2. 1 at second. Over to Alonso. Double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He's 0 for 1. And takes low for ball 1. So after the double play, he's trying to pick up his teammate and tie this game. And it's even up.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And a count 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And there's a base hit to right field. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single. We're tied at 1.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Moreno batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Two outs. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. So they get 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We're midway in the fourth, all tied 1-1. Back here in Queens, here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
In the air, left field, down the line. And an automatic double now as it hops the wall in foul ground. And his hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now Mark Vientos on the ground. Perdomo. The throw to first. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not enough, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So up next for New York, Francisco Alvarez. He's already homered here in this one. Fought off foul. And that drops in for a strike. One away with a runner at third. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. On the ground to the left. And it gets by him. The run scores from third, and a 2-1 ball game now.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And next for the Mets, Jose Siri. Flied to right his first time. And a foul ball. Alvarez leads off first with one away. And strike two.
Very well executed changeup right there. If he can command the fastball consistently, that's going to be an important pitch in terms of him turning this outing around.
Ground ball left side, could be two. Perdomo tossed to second, throw to first, but he beat it.
You know, that looks routine, but it hasn't been so easy for this club defensively this year. And you've got to make those routine plays behind a pitcher. It helps him to get more comfortable and move through this ball game.
Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. Safe at second with a stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
High fly ball out into left center field. Grichuk settles under this one, squeezes it, and that ends the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Naylor.
Peterson back to work. Swing and a miss, strike one. Naylor in his 6th season, 27 years old, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. Little dribbler up along third, and it goes just foul. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Quick 3-pitch strikeout, and you look at the sequence. The plan was clearly to work him inside. Didn't want to let him get his arms extended, make him a little bit uncomfortable in there, and he ended up overmatching him in the process. That's one you have to take note of as a hitter for next time you come to the plate.
Blaze Alexander stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Grounded out his first time. Late with the swing there.
No ball, 1 strike.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Gets it to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
And now the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at-bats and get some base runners on.
2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Diamondbacks down quickly, and they trail it here 2-1. And welcome back to the
Leading up
ballpark.
for the
Bottom of
Mets,
the inning.
the
So
designated
now
hitter,
here's the Mets DH, Tyrone Taylor. Ground ball right side. And a quick out, number one.
Up next for the Mets, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Back to the top of the lineup. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Out to short, Perdomo. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Juan Soto.
Now here is Juan Soto. He's grounded out a couple of times. And that one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. What a play, inning over. Down in order go the Mets. They lead it 2-1. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now it's going to be Geraldo Perdomo. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 4, second baseman.
Here's Ketel Marte, 1 for 2.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Swing and a ground ball. They get the out on Marte.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. That's to third. Toss to Alonso. They don't come any quicker. 3 pitches for 3 outs. Inning over. Nothing across here this half. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Mets 2 and the Diamondbacks 1. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Alonso.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, Boog, it didn't take very long for Alonso to set the home run record here at Citi Field. He passed Lucas Duda for the top spot in June of 2023.
Perdomo has a beat on it. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
The left fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the 3rd home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
Marte throws to first in time.
Up next
and a couple of quick outs.
The third baseman, Mark
2 down, bases empty. And now it's Mark Vientos. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
1 strike.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Two outs. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 3 up, 3 down. Inning over. Mets go down quickly as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead.
Pitching for
Welcome
the
back.
New York
We're in the
Mets.
7th. We have a new pitcher on the
Number
mound.
71.
Sean Reed-Foley.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Randall Grichuk now.
The center fielder, Randall Grichuk.
And that is out of play. Looking to get the tying run on base. That's a strike. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Here's Gurriel. Dives, but it falls. Could be extra bases. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Well, you can't criticize the guy's effort out there as he tried to dive and haul that one in. But if he gets a better jump and a better read off the bat, I think he makes this catch. He kind of stuttered his steps initially, and that's what cost him.
So the tying run in scoring position now. Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Hit on the ground to short. Lindor fires to first in time.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And now it's Josh Naylor. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw won't get there in time, and they don't get an out on the play. Well, he waited until the 7th, but that's the knock that'll extend his hitting streak. Singy, how much does it weigh on your mind when you're coming to the plate in the late innings with a streak going?
Yeah, quite a bit, and a hitter's supposed to say he's only focused on the current at bat, but man, honestly, it's hard not to know that if you don't come up with the hit, your streak's over. So it's there, at least in the back of your mind.
Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over. That's a crucial missed opportunity.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Joe Mantiply.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Francisco Alvarez now at the plate. He's already homered in this. Game.
Alvarez.
Outside low, ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Ryan Thompson appears to be getting loose. Martinez also throwing. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
And he hammered that to straightaway center field. It's a deep part of the ballpark. Tell you what, that wind is blowing straight in. Got to be a big man if you're going to go through the wind of that part of the park. It just knocked that ball down.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Out to short. Perdomo fires across the diamond. That's it out.
Now batting, second baseman, Luis Angel.
Here's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. Now fly ball to right center. Grichuk sizing it up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the third out.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Mets.
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. A.J. Minter.
AJ.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off for Arizona.
Well, one-run game. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch just misses.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit. It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the third time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable with the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. They'll have some adjustments to make.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. He was late there, strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a grounder foul first base side. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Ketel Marte stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Minter, 31 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2015. Hit hard, base hit. And that puts the tying run on base. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Eugenio Suarez. There's a strike, 95 of that one.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself.
And that one fouled off.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Foul ball still 0-2. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Hard ground ball for a base knock. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
Grichuk in the box now, takes strike 1. To third, Vientos whips it across. That's the third out. 2 left on. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Mets 2 and the Diamondbacks 1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Ryan Thompson.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
And now the Mets. DH, Tyrone Taylor has grounded out a couple of times.
Taylor.
That's to third. Throws across the diamond. Leadoff man is out
Now
here in the
batting,
8th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Lindor.
Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. 1 for 3.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Outside and 1-1. Action in the pen down there. AJ Puck, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. That one pushed to the left and foul. One down, base is empty.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Gets to it onto first. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Juan Soto up now for the Mets. That misses, and it's 1-0. Right side, hard hit. Tosses to first, third out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Mets 2 and the Diamondbacks 1.
Pitching for the New York Mets, number 39, Edwin.
All set for the start of the inning. Now the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Swing and a pop-up. And it's out of play, a foul ball. Popped up, middle of the diamond. Acuna pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 1 away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Moreno swings through it for strike 1. Late on that fastball.
And so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have maybe
called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So they're down to their final out. And now here is Josh Naylor. And that one is in for a strike. 99 with that two-seamer.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
One strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
This win streak they're on is something else, Boog. I mean, we came here tonight to call this game, and I had a feeling at the outset they were going to add one more win to this run. they keep this play up, I honestly don't know what's going to stop them.
And your final score here today, 2-1. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.